Who knows what time it is? What time is it? It's time to put the house. I'm all in. We're gonna get it. Here we go. Oh my god. This is it. This is how we're doing it. This is the new list. It's time. It's time to bet. We're not playing a big hammer anymore. Who needs that? Big hammer is for people who are scared. You know what we aren't? We're not scared, okay? We're not scared. We're gonna win, all right? We're gonna win every time. Every time. Because we got the hat, we got the shield, and we got daddy's money. That's right. So, on a serious note, let's talk about what's going on here. I have come around on this card. I like this card a lot. I think it's pretty good. There are some considerations, right? It's like, what matchups do you actually play this thing into? There's obvious ones, and then there's ones that are always, like, it's going to be okay into, right? So it's like, what is the balancing act? And maybe you guys can help me with that. You know, I've only been playing this card for about a week, and you know, been impressed enough. See Pummel, you click the like. That's it. That's all. Hold on. This for you. We're gonna have this on the screen, but we're talking about weakest link. So for all the people who join in, you're gonna be confused on why Pummel's here. But yeah, weakest link, right? I think the card's good. First time I read this card, I didn't know it had the text right here that says draw a card. It's pretty good text, if I do say so myself, right? I got some weirdness going on in this list, right? Just a little bit of weirdness. The main weirdness is the Colossal Bearing. Honestly, it's in the same slot as Disable, so if I could just move this over here, right? You guys can't see that, but, you know, like if I had it on the Disable stack, right? Then it basically comes in and out. Like, anytime Disable comes out, Colossal Bearing comes out. Whenever Disable comes in, usually Colossal Bearing comes in. With, like, maybe one exception. Maybe. So, I was teasing some people in the Victor chat earlier, talking about maybe cutting Trounce to some extent. We are not doing it with this list, but there is a list where I have been playing around with the idea of cutting that. And we'll talk about why just a little bit. But this is kind of the theory with this list, okay? I have noticed that in the mirror, you don't really want the big hammer because the matchup is going to be a little bit slower. You get gold here, you get gold here. So, the first time you see this, no matter what, you know it's going to be turned on. You're playing less clash cards in the mirror. Therefore, I'm going to put the mirror up here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. You're playing less clash cards, right? Because you're only playing the test strength. You play that in every deck. So you need to be able to guarantee that your cast homes is going to be turned on. Okay. And once you do that, the card on average, if you think about it logically, and I had this conversation with Nathan, my teammate, the value of the card is roughly 8. So let's try to analyze this a little bit, right? So when you play the card, it's one card for one resource pitch. It draws a card, it creates a gold. Okay, a value of a card can be roughly evaluated at 3, right? Because of the 3 block. Yeah, just in general, we can, on average, conclude that that's 3. You get a gold token, which can be, you know, 1 to 2 value, depending on how you look at that. For Victor, it's a little bit higher. And then you get the 3 mites. Okay, so that's 3 plus 2 plus 3. That's 8 value just by itself, assuming that you're not having to block with it or anything like that. So, in general, this has been mathematically better than playing something like Crown of Providence. The difference is if you're playing Balance of Justice. That hat is worth roughly 5 points. Okay, so when you look at the cost analysis between these two, you have 8 with the Crown of Providence, let's do it with the balance. So the balance might make a little more sense. So you have your 8 value. Well, if you are playing the balance, you can go ahead and subtract that by 5. The card value is worth 3, so it kind of neutralizes. You have to see a second one to be able to get the value out of playing the Crown of Dominion, right? And in the slower matchups, you're definitely going to do that. It's going to happen. It's great. The only question is, like, is this truly worth it against decks where the balance, you know, it's going to actually have some text, like your Zens and your KOs, right? I say Zen, but the last few games I've played, I haven't gotten any value out of balance besides the block 2. So, more so for KO. KO's already cursed, right? So we already know that's a bad matchup. Just the thought. So, we're not playing Big Hammer. We're playing the Small Hammer here. My only concern is Enigma, okay? But if you haven't noticed, Enigmas are starting to build their decks in such a way that it is more, it has a better shot into Zens because Zen is the most populated deck, right? And by doing that, they're adding a bunch of Phantasm, and they're not bringing things like 10,000 Reunion Visit, whatever it's called, the 10 power attack. You know what I'm talking about. They're not bringing that as often. They're playing more like cards that are hedged towards that matchup, which makes them a little bit worse against Guardian. So if that's the case, and that is the majority of the builds, then you don't really need the Anathos, is kind of the theory that I've gotten to. I've played some games against some kind of hybrid Enigmas, right? Ones that are playing a little bit more attack action heavy, and then some that are playing, it also has a package where it's playing like 10Ks and stuff like that. And I still do pretty well, like even with this list. So that's kind of the idea behind this. Do you need Anathos and Outmuscle? I don't know that you do at this current state in the meta. So I've been playing around with this. I do like it. The thing that draws me to this deck specifically is that you have more ways to deal with KO in the weakest link. Because you're cutting the Outmuscle, you have a little bit more tech against other decks, right? The weakest link being for the KOs. And then the Crush to Weak is better against the Zens, which we know we're going to see, right? AB2, and then because we're not playing Anathos, we're playing the Rampart into Dash, specifically only Dash. I don't expect a lot of Dash, but, you know, I just have the slot. Why not? Time Skippers. I've been really low on this card recently, actually. Not been performing well. We're a lower blue count deck. I try to bring it into Enigma. It just doesn't work as well as I want it to. It's more of a panic button against Prism, but honestly, I kind of just want to cut this thing. Be completely real. I think Civic Steps is just as well against Enigma. Vambrace, however, has been very strong for Enigma specifically. There are so many times where it just changes the way they have to block. This card has been very good. So, this is kind of where I landed. And again, I've been having a lot of fun with this. I really like being able to guarantee that no matter what, I'm going to be able to play a Visit Goldman Estate and get 3 bites. And then once you do that once in the game, I've also found that it is way easier to snowball, just like any other deck, right? Cut the Arcane, hey, I got you a deck. So, we've already talked about that. Okay, I'm playing a League, just to give you a background. This deck is spicy. Okay, now I know I'm not playing against any KOs in this, or Kanos or Arcane in this league, so I did actually cut all the AB. So now I'm playing things like Pummel and Outmuscle, Disable, Choke, Slam, Spinal, like all the normal stuff that you would normally see, but I get to play Yellow Pummel, like that's pretty hot, and also Weakest Link, I get to play Crown of Dominion only, and then have the Anathos and the Vambrace for the Enigma. So, all in all, fun deck, but then here's the other spicy one that I wanted to show everybody. Okay, everybody's talking about this theory list and how I made the comment earlier in the Victor chat, like I said, about maybe trimming on a Trounce, and there's some reasons there. Okay, so in my experience, when you play against Zen, right, obviously you want Test of Strength and you want Trounce, but a lot of times, as long as you have the disruption, you can keep cards out of their hand. It's usually fine, right? Like, I don't know if you need the 3 Trounce. I think you could probably go down to 2 and be okay. And because that's the only deck that it's like super, super, super like, yeah, I want this card. All the other decks, like, I want to actively board Trounce out against Brute. Which is interesting because I actually don't in this list because of the way that I have it structured. But anyway. Cut the Arcane. You're not in that league. What are you talking about? This is a local league, bro. Don't worry about it. You're not in it. It's all right. It's like a store league. So it's very cool because the way the league works, just to not get off on too much of a tangent, the way the league works is when you sign up, you declare your hero. You are the hero, that is, for 4 weeks, okay? You can change your deck every week, okay? So you play your league match. It's basically like playing an armor. You have to like stay within that realm with that hero. It's just you can't swap from one hero to another. So what's cool about it is like I played a very generic list, similar to the one that I just showed. The list here, Time to Bet the House, right? Playing this league. Played something super, super close. The only difference was I was playing a Disable over the Colossal Baron. I think this is verbatim what I played. And I did really well. Lost to an Enigma that was able to keep a 10k out, which is, that's why I'm like back and forth on this hammer, right? But yeah, being able to go and say like, hey, I get to cut all this AB and just like play all this crazy stuff. It's fun, man. It's fun. You're going to drive up to my store for the league? I hope you do. And just destroy all of us, because you will, absolutely. Like, Kano will wreck every single person in that league. But, okay, so this is the theory list. Do you need Trounce, right? Obviously, I think you need a couple, but I think you could probably go down on one. Again, I'm pretty high on this card right now, just because, like, we know Zens are everywhere. Chokeslam, I've always been high on this card. I love this card. This card is probably staying in the deck for as long as I can keep it there. Then E-Strike, Outmuscle is one that I could see trimming down on a little bit. Like, you draw too many of those, it can be a little annoying. And if you look at it mathematically, right? Let me pull up a calculator. So 11 divided by 60 in your deck. So that is an 18.3% chance that you will have a Go Again card. So when you have 12, that's 20% chance, right? So that means 1 in every 5 cards you should see a Go Again card, right? Pretty high statistics. In 18.3, obviously it's not quite 1 in 5. You introduce another layer of randomness, like by 1 card basically throughout the game. But that's probably worth the cut. It's probably fine. The only thing is, like, I've really liked the Weakest Link and kind of like its flexibility. And if you cut these cards in this manner, the way I'm talking about with a Trounce and Outmuscle, and even a Disable because of the way that I have it structured, you get to play something like Yellow Pummel, which makes these Weakest Links and your Command and Conquerors and all those cards that you generally would be playing anyway a little bit better, right? And this also helps your Enigma matchup, right? If you really need to just push their banking around your Vambrace and you're doing all that kind of stuff, you can just, you know, push that one level over and get them. You should just blow them out. Nobody expects the Yellow Pummels right now, right? So a little bit of a surprise factor there. AB1, because you have to, right? General meta, gotta have AB1. But Anthos and Vambrace, I'm back and forth between these, okay? This is another list where I've completely cut every crown except for Crown of Dominion, right? Or every hat. Doesn't have to just be crowns, but we're the royal boy now. You know, gotta flex our gold, right? So let me do a quick poll for the people who are so kind to help me out. So, do we play small amber or big amber? Let's see. I'm kind of before the stream started, I was so ready to just play this Bet the Houseless, but after thinking about it for a little bit, Anathos, like, maybe it's just my natural affinity towards Anathos as a card, as a weapon. I've always loved Anathos. It's a little bad in Victor. It's the worst it has been ever in a Guardian deck. But it's still obviously very fucking good. Like, anytime you have these Gogan cards, it's bananas, right? But if you're not playing the Out Muscle, I think those are kind of like a married pair. You kind of gotta have those, right? When I played the Battle Hardened, I found most of the time that Anathos felt clunky. Okay, so you're kind of seeing what I'm going for there. Like the Trounce cut, I don't know about muscles he's played with the attack action Enigma list. That's also another reason that I was kind of back and forth on even playing the Out Muscle with the attack action heavy Enigma, right? So the only deck that I really wanted Out Muscle into besides Enigma was I've been liking it in New. You guys have seen me played it against New. But I guess like Warrior, you might play it against like Mechanologists and stuff like that, just to like have some extra damage push, right? Pretty standard stuff, but if it's not against Enigma, it's just, it feels like it could be something else that's a little bit better, and like, you don't need it against Zen. Like, let's think about the meta. The meta's Zen, the meta's KO, right? Maybe not as much KO, but definitely still some KO. It's still a strong deck, and it's one of the weakest decks, or not the weakest, one of the decks we are the weakest to. So, obviously you want it for Warrior. Warrior isn't real, you said, like, you just said that, but, let's see, Zen, KO, New. People are going to play New. I think the deck's pretty strong. It's very tricky. Enigma, and then Kano are the big ones. And then, of course, like Azalea and stuff, too, but we're not really changing things for that. It was overperforming into Zen for you this weekend. That's awesome. That's awesome. So I started picking these cards up in foils too, so hopefully it is as good as I think it is. Just extra disruption, extra discard. That's really what we need. I've been digging for a card that's just like something to have hand disruption, right? That's why we tried the Concuss, we tried the Thumps, we tried all these different things. But none of them are just like that consistent. This card by itself, 2-card play, boom, here it is, right? Like, what are you going to do about this? Nothing, right? And you just have to give me 2 cards, or I'm going to rip one of your cards away. Telling Josh you said that. Now, hey, Warrior isn't real. It's fine. You tell Josh to come fight me on stream. We'll do a little pair match. We'll see how that happens. He'll still beat my ass. He's better than me. He's better than me. Everybody knows it. Everybody's here for my vibes. That's it. Okay, so... Hey, at one point, I was 13th in the world, and I have the proof. I have the proof. You know what? I'm going to prove it to you now. One moment. How does the mirror match feel without Out Muscle? I never played Out Muscle in the mirror match. Have you been playing Out Muscle in the mirror match? Because I see that as kind of a liability, but I'm happy to be told I'm wrong. It's just like for you to capitalize off your Out Muscle, right? You gotta pummel it, right? You just gotta pummel it. Where's my thing? Keep talking to me while I'm searching. Boy, oh boy. Oh, that's my rank 23 elo. That one's pretty good. Is there another one here? I accidentally ran Out Muscle into Betsy, and it wasn't the worst because it got to line up with some cast stones, but it was definitely bad, yeah. You have to line it up with something like this. It's rough, man. Mr. Ed. Hey, look. Dude, hey, that's something I have in common with Victor, right? Victor's a horse. Mr. Ed's a horse. Isn't that good? Only the old fogies will know what I'm talking about there. Where is... Here it is. I found it. Okay. No, I was 11th. That's even better. Okay. So it's on my phone. Hopefully... Yeah, this is bad. You see me there? Okay. 11th. And this is definitely global. Global elo rank. 11th, right there, right under Michael Hamilton. Isn't that sick? See, I was there one day. I was there. It's been a while, but I'm crazy for this one. Why am I crazy? I don't understand. Okay, so I didn't read your message. I'm sorry, Nick. Do you think Teklo is like a 40-60 now? Kazam has to do work for it. Teklo's always been pretty bad, right? I don't play against a bunch of Teklos, believe it or not, but most of the time, if it's a pretty decent Teklo, I generally lose. So, generally lose. Okay, I find the problem with Victor is now we have 12 misses, sort of 11 you spend on non-clash. Sure. Yeah, that is something. So what they're talking about here, if we want to get an idea, right, is let's look at my custom list that's public at this point. I'll upload whatever list you guys want. I don't care. But when you look at a generalized deck, so let's say we're playing against Zen, right? So here are our misses, right? So we have trounces, test of strengths, you have your pummels, and then you have your cast-homes. So that's the 12 cards. When you block with one of these, the likelihood that you're going to see one of those is pretty high, which is why we're playing just as many attacks as we can in the blue slot. When people ask me, hey, what about Buckle? What about Terra Slender? What about all these? The reason we're not doing that is because we're already on Visit Goldbane Estate. You don't want to introduce more misses. I can't tell you how many times I've revealed a Terra Slender to a Trounce and just wanted to yeet. Just yeet myself into the abyss. Teklo can't play in this meta thanks to Enigma Zen. That is also true, so you don't really have to worry about it. Muscle is a trap. Everyone runs 6 tech cards now because of Zen. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of like off and on it. I do actually think that it's fine still in some number. Heck, I still might play 3 to be completely honest with you. But I think 2 is probably a solid number to play into Enigma because it can mess you up. You can always play in kind of like a risk mitigation way, right? But I think it has merit. I really like it against Enigma and New specifically. So, and obviously it's very good against like Kano, but you're losing that anyway. So whatever. Okay, so we'll play the small hambers since everybody is all about that. So this is time to bet the house right here. Let's get over there. Talishar. Ooh, I already have it. Look at that. Okay, let's join this person. They're probably already gone. Yep. They're gone. That is Blitz. All right, let me change this to public, and let's get cracking. Did you cut Spinal altogether? I did not. I did not. That card is quite strong. I go back and forth on putting it in the sideboard versus mainboard. It's like, it's not a sideboard card. You only take it out in like very specific matchups, right? So for ease, I had put it in the sideboard just for like my clarity, just to think like, okay, you bring this in, this and this, and like no issues there. Thoughts on red versus yellow Pummel, right? Okay, so red versus yellow or red and yellow? Because I don't think, at least at this stage, that I would play red or yellow over red. Right? Hey, I'm the horse. I'm Mr. Ed the horse. It's okay. I'm here. Playing one yellow Pummel this weekend felt a little clunky at times, but it also won 2 games. Hey, little clunky, but it won you some games. Pretty good. So the other reason that I kind of like playing the yellow Pummel, and it's not in this list, maybe I should have like tailored the poll to say, do we want to play yellow Pummel or do we want to play small hammer? But the other list, right? This theory list, because you're playing things like the weakest link and a lot lower costed attacks, right? You're playing your Command and Conquer. I say a lot, but you're playing like Crush the Weak. That's another lower costed attack that you don't generally play. And it also works with your Zealous Beltings and whatnot, right? Better with the out muscle. Always pummel your out muscles. Make you feel good. Then, yeah, I think there is merit to that. And if you look at the way that I have KO specifically, this is only the top decks that I have seen. We're going to play against the thin set. Just try it out. Let's go second, I suppose. So good luck, have fun. Let's not make this person wait too long. Okay. Okay, but against KO, right? Yeah, the idea is we're trying to play these pummels, and I don't like playing trounce, but I think it's better than playing some of these 2-blocks, right? So just being able to always have something, chokeslam, command and conquer, disable, spinal, weakest link, those cards, those are all of our disruption cards, and being able to slap a pummel onto that is, I think, in theory, pretty strong. So, okay. We missed kind of what they were doing, but they banished deathly well. They are banishing another card with Shadow of Ursa, so this is going to have to go again. So we're just going to pitch here, I believe. We don't really want this card currently. And this is another thing that I've noticed some victors are doing. You don't generally want to see this super early until, if you can, you want to pitch it the second cycle. If it's not a second cycle type of matchup, then obviously, like play it when you can. But in general, I do like to go ahead and pitch that. Hey, this is why we play the gold hat and the shield, because we get that. Get them. We could, in theory, play Rousey Ancients, but when you got the cast homes, you gotta cast homes, man. You gotta cast them. Actually, we're gonna cast disable instead. We're gonna put this in Arsenal because this is better 2-card play. Kind of that's something to keep in mind too. Like, try to get the most value out of your hand when you're doing this stuff. They're gonna block out the command and conquer anyway. So Blood Tribute, haven't seen this card in a hell of a minute. So they're opting 3, then banish top card of their deck. So they're just fueling the blood debt, making it easier on us. Okay. Playing 1 yellow pummel, already read that. Yeah, I was on 3 weakest link, but not any crest weak, so I think adding the 3 crest weaks makes yellow pummel much better. You think there's merit in cutting trounce fully to be able to run something like Terra Sunder? Hey, that's what I was talking about earlier, guys. I was talking about cutting the trounce, maybe. I like playing trounce, just in general. Like, I think it's an amazing card. I really do. But I think people are a little too attached to playing as many as we're seeing, Okay, so this is dealing arcade damage, right? We can stop the 1 arcane because they're going with Dread Triptych. This hits, then we take more damage. In general, right? This isn't big enough just yet, so maybe we pitch and block. I'm going to pitch here, because I don't want them to just generate a bunch of rune chants, right? But we still need to keep our blue to be able to play our command and conquer. Here, honestly, it's kind of awkward, but I'm going to block with this to kind of over protect that so they don't get any value. It just turns off their turn. This is going to be a quick game. So here, just a command and conquer. Just a command and conquer for 9. Just for 9. But yeah, I go back and forth on Terra Sunder. I don't know if you want Terra Sunder anymore. I don't think you need Terra Sunder, to be frank. What is the biggest benefit of Terra Sunder? All right, besides the discard, that is one of the best discards, but it's more misses into your deck. It hurts your consistency. This Vinset's getting wild. I'm not even like, what the heck is happening? Those are crazy stuff. Okay, so we get to AB potentially. We get to block for 6 or more, depending on our armor. It's pretty dope. Oh, they get Oblivion right now. That'd be bad. That means we're not going to block with the Enlightened Strike until the last card. I like Terra Sunder. It's just so easy to stop because you generally have to play Titan's Fist. And 5 is just like child's play for every one of these decks, right? Brute has the best equipment suite in the entire game. Besides, it's on par with like Guardian, right? And Warrior. That's just anybody from heavy hitters just got the whole thing laid out in front of you. Super crazy armor. And then Zen's armor is like also really strong, right? Because you get Traverse, you get the Kasaya, however you say that. The gloves, the blade break gloves, and then they got a 1-block boot, right? You ever try Wallop over Boulder Drop just to have an extra benefit from Clash and reduce new effectiveness? There's too much armor in the game, I think, for Terra Sunder. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at with the Terra Sunder. They didn't do anything. What is happening? Or what do we do here? I guess the most efficient play is to E-strike into Chokeslam, right? This has to be. I'm trying to figure out a way. There's no way to play this disabled, but we get to Arsenal it, so that's pretty good. Okay, so the reasoning for Boulder Drop over Wallop is, sure, you clash a decent amount of the time, right? Like, it does happen, because you want to play like Trounce into every matchup every matchup you can. So you should be clashing a lot more. So I have played Wallop almost exclusively until recently when Cast Homes came out, because if you do draw like the all blue hand and there's not a lot going on, you need to block with a couple of cards, you can still send a Boulder Drop. If you had, like, you know, let's say the minimum is 3, you know, 8 power Boulder Drop is really good, and it demands 2 cards from your opponent at a minimum, unless they give you a piece of armor, right? So that's why I'm on Boulder Drop over Wallop. It's honestly the best effect on a blue, but it's the lowest stats. Like, that's the trade-off, right? Oh, this hand. Busted. Busted! They're dead. Uh-oh. Artawar. Okay. How has not having Balance of Justice felt into Brutes? I need to test it more, to be completely honest with you. But if you... The Brute matchup is very kind of like high-rolly from what I can tell. It's, well, at least in the past, right? Like, it's always been a little high-rolly. Like, you need to win a clash. If you win a clash, then you're, like, probably 50-50 to win. If you win another clash, then you're good to go, right? You're good to go. You're probably winning that game. With the hat and playing Visit, if you see Visit early and then a relevant disruption the following turn without having to give your entire hand, it's fine. So if you missed earlier before we got in here, I was talking about... Not doing this. Okay, so I was talking about the value of Cast Homes as a card. Made your 70% match up at 20%. Sorry, hold on. I'm getting all over the place. I'll read the rest of the comments in just a second, but I'll answer the question. So the math is the card's worth roughly about 8. It's 3 mites, a gold, and then drawing the card. And the card value is worth about 3. You can value the gold at roughly 2. You get 2 extra resources. So it varies, obviously, but I'd say on average, let's evaluate it at an 8. Okay. So this is another matchup I wanted to see. So let's see how we go here. I'm happy to go second in this matchup. And we have a new button. But yeah, so 8. So if you're playing Balance and Justice, that card is worth 5, right? Because it's the 1 card, the 2 block, and then the 1 card. So that's 5, right? Because everything's a 3 block in the deck. So the card itself is worth 3 out of that difference, right? So it's a completely neutral card, right? Completely neutral. When you see the second one, though, that is where you benefit the most. So in the matchup, if you see 2 Cast Homes before half of your deck, you know, the first half of the game, then you're fine. It's great. I'm going to take this just because I don't really want to get rid of this if I can help it. Leave no witnesses. We'll just give you a block card. Listen, I probably should have blocked a little bit more. It's on me. Banish the top card. Okay, so catch up on Lilith's. Let's see. Believing requires 6 rune chance, not 6 blood debt. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I was all over the place. Been a while since I played against a Vincent. Someone who waited patiently for 2 years for adult Kasai, Cast Homes felt like extra warrior hate. That's true. That's true. Make your 70% matchup at 20%. I know. Cast Homes is so strong. It's so strong. They hit a Pummel. Douche. The worst. Can you believe that they hit the Pummel? Actually, the most rude. Checks out, maybe I'm too attached to blocking armor as Guardian. I am exactly the same way, but if you kind of think about it, like at least in the mirror, this makes me feel better about the decision. If you're playing Anathos and you're playing a blocking hat like Crown of Providence, if you compare that to the shield and Crown of Dominion, the block is actually the same because you're losing the block in the hat, but you're gaining the block in the shield, right? It's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. All right. Hit him with a got him. Haha. This is what we need against News. But yeah. I know it's different. The matchup is different. Like the Brute. I think the best way to beat Brutes is to just high roll them and present like very consistent disruption. That's the only way really to do it. Okay, this hand's quite strong. I think the only way that we can really realistically protect ourselves from this is blocking with one card and then giving them something here because we want a weakest link, right? But we need to be able to visit, and then to guarantee that we're going to be able to weakest link, we have to keep this blue, right? Right, actually, yeah, that didn't make sense. You guys know what I'm trying to say. So get them the armor. They could shred this shield. That would be annoying, but like, whatever. Okay. Can you show the sideboard plan for Enigma and Prism later? I can, yes. But your Arachne matchup, though. What about my Arachne matchup? Oh, my Arachne matchup? It's tough. It's real tough because I have to really focus on not falling asleep. It's like the only matchup where I board up. It's like the only one. Actually, the only one. Maybe Riptide. I might board up against Riptide. Yeah, in between games we could show the idea with the list. Okay, defense reaction sounds good. This card's really good. Like, it always forces cards out of your opponent when you're playing against these Mystic Heroes. I do like it. This hand's actually pretty strong too. I'm pretty happy with this. If we win this round, it's like, it's a pretty big game. Okay, don't care about the Spider's Bite. Don't particularly care about that, but we are going to block it just because there's no like guarantee we'll be able to do anything with that. This is one of the best draws. Any blue would have been fine, but okay, Codex. Codex is good. That's a good follow-up. This is one of those where I'm actually just going to take this. I don't particularly give a crap, and I would rather just play this Rouse the Ancients, and then maybe the E-Strike. Yeah, I just don't care about that on hit. I can even draw a card here. Not first, but I can draw a card. I think I will. Alright, so this is +5, because we did win a clash with a thunk. So this is 12 into very likely... Yeah, I think we spin. We spin with the Tunic to draw a card just to have an option on what our arsenal is going to be. I mean, we don't need like 1,000,000 gold, right? Like, it's always fun to have 1,000,000 gold, but you don't need it. One thing about the gold is like the balancing act of like you want more, but you also want to be able to capitalize off of it. Like, it always feels like a waste when you have gold left over, right? I guess we'll Arsenal a Cranial Crush. It's like fine. Actually, no, we just go again. What am I talking about? No, this is better. No, yeah. I don't really want to Arsenal this, so like the one extra point of value might be okay. It's just one more point for a traded arsenal. Cranial can get stuck. Not big on that. This is only 3. This is why it's like kind of eh. All right. All right. Oh, look at all these homes. Yep. Pass. I cannot hit pass fast enough. Okay, I can't let that one hit. Unfortunate. Honestly, I'm kind of like big dicking it here. I'm gonna block with that, and then I'm just gonna like big visit Goldmane. Just give them the biggest bonk ever that we've ever seen. Yep, take that one. Don't care about that text. Oh, you hit a weakest link, you dick! Ah, I wanted that one. Yonk. Let's just play both. This is have some fun. 11 mites, you know. That doesn't happen very often. We love 11. If we draw a Golden Sun, that'd be hot. Yeah, boy. That's right. Yeah, boy. We have no blues. We have some blues. We have Boulder Drop. What's this do? Now, these all look the same to me. I still haven't learned all of them. When you banish a red card, draw a card in game 1. Not a big fan of that. Don't want that to happen. It's not hand hate. They don't have go again. They haven't played a blue, so they can't like energy us. What are they gonna do with an extra card? Like, I'm good. That's fine. I'm gonna keep this here. Yeah, Black Deck's pretty good, isn't it? Hit a blue, so their card doesn't even do the thing. That's funny. Got him. Got him. Actually, hold on. Nope, we already have an arsenal, so there's no reason to pop the stuff. 21 overpower. They have to, unless they have a defense reaction. No, they have reacts too. What? There is a world where they'd have to give us mask. Sick. Look at that big number. God, I love this card. This deck is fun. Oh, we got Trounce into Command and Conquer. Zealous into Command and Conquer. Yeah. Yeah. I'm about it. Everybody loves Big Numby. It's the best part about this. Okay. I accept. Oh, wow. No, not that one. I hate that one. What does this do? Fang Strike? That would suck. That would suck. If I get... Yeah, this is right. This is right. So I can do this, and I can give them these 2 cards. Nice. Got him. They forgot about gauntlets. Got him. See, that's why I was right. Okay, so... Yeah, we're just gonna... Zealous. Then we will... Command and Conquer, because it is just a bigger number. Then we'll Arsenal Macho, and then depending on what they do, we're just gonna kill them. Oh, it's coming in for 6 too. Didn't even notice. Didn't even notice. Spreading plays real bad when I don't block. It's pretty funny. Oh, actually, sorry. Don't even need it. We need the tunic for the Macho next turn, guys. Obviously. Yep. Not much you can do with one thing, right? I'm gonna spin. So we have like extra cards. If we draw more blues, this is pretty strong. I mean, I guess. It's not amazing anymore. Yeah. So we could have played the Macho, But they have 1, 2, 3, 4 block, and then they wouldn't die, obviously. I think this is probably just better. We can keep the weakest link. Actually, yeah, that's a better card to play here. We'll just do that. Gauntlet is good card. Hi, Josh. Has your cult called you because I said that Warrior is not as good this meta? They're like, we're telling Josh. I'm telling Dad on you. Millers versus Titan. Okay, so have you ever lost a clash with Titan's Fist? It's awful. So that's why I'm not on that. Unfortunate. Fortunate for this opponent. Good game. So most new matchups will go either one way or another. They are going to, you know, just have every piece of disruption, tricky disruption that they're gonna just annoying stuff, right? Like in the last stream on the last new match that I played. But the other side is if you see a cast homes or your go again cards, like it just feels really good. Warrior is in a rough spot. See, Josh agrees. Don't burn me at the stake, people. Don't burn me at the stake. Warriors will have their day in the sun again. And when they do, Josh is winning worlds. Watch out. Kano, oh no, we're dead. You guys want to see this, I'm sure. Okay, so when you play AB2, it doesn't actually particularly matter what order you go. So I'm just going to pick first, because screw it. Why not? We have really bad hammer. Really bad hammer. So, yeah. I do like the equipment suite. If I had Anathos, it'd be great. Kano. Okay, so this is what we're doing. It's Kano. I already picked it. And then we take out the Clash cards, and then Crush the Weak literally has 0 text. Same with Chokeslam, but Chokeslam is a bigger number. So that is where our Guardian P brains go. Yeah, we YOLOing. Yeah, yeah. Oh, you're putting words in my mouth now? Joshua? Bartlett? Words in my mouth? Are you for real, though? No, bad, Ed. Nah, we're doing this, whatever. Oh, no, we're not, sorry. This is hard, right? Like, they just go. We need the extra stuff, I guess. They just block. Otherwise, I don't know. It depends on what they do. If they decided to not, yeah, I attack here. Like, they're just gonna lay down their hand, right? Like, that's it. I'll fight Josh. I fight Josh anyway. Oh, I lost the shield. No! I'm just telling him that I didn't have the shield. Alright. Real game. Alright, so... could play big number, not a big deal. I think I'm okay with arsenaling this. I would prefer to get rid of that. Maybe we play Weakest Link, like... Maybe we just overpitch. I want to arsenal the Command and Conquer just because it's a little bit more advantageous, right? Alright. Okay, E-Strike, fine. We like E-Strike. E-Strike, okay. Good call, Aaron. No, don't go back and watch the stream. Don't do it. Don't do it. How is the Riptide matchup with Titan's Fist? Riptide matchup is not a concern, first off, but obviously Titan's Fist is not the greatest with that card. Or with that hero, I mean. We have to AB. This is super unfortunate. Like, if we let them spindle and just look, it's like a disaster. I'm just going to play E-Strike next turn. If they play another attack, I'll 100% just, like, slam. Slam for the AB. Yeah, don't look back, Josh. Don't look. I may have said the words, warrior isn't real. But you know what? You're real to me, Josh. And that's what matters. And I don't know if you guys know this, but Josh is like the best griller in Alabama, for sure. Every time we have a draft camp, his cooking skills are impeccable. It's so good. He does not spare our taste buds one bit. They're so good. So good. But most of the time, unfortunately, there is always like some big ass event going on. So we don't really get a lot of viewers off those days, but it's fine. He's their own. This is kind of a shitty situation to be in. I would like to keep this situation. I was going to Rouse and then Command and Conquer, obviously, but now we can't do that because we have to stop the Aether Swindle, so we don't die just out of nowhere. So we want to pitch, I think, Thunderquake. And then, I guess, we're playing the Command and Conquer just with 2 cards. That's all I really want to do, to be completely honest. We'll have the Tunic, which is fine. Yeah. This card is like... Some people don't respect this card. This card literally kills you. Like, if you let them opt 5, they can set up a perfect kill the next turn if they're lucky enough. Like, it is actually a disaster. Okay, so we are going to Command and Conquer, pitching a yellow, and they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? But I want to keep the blue just in case, right? Like, if they just block out like this, and they don't, like, actually do anything in response, then I'm going to want to keep this blue. Because if we draw the supplementary blues to be able to play like this, right, then we're pretty happy. Okay, so now, again, we're going to do this. Bang, bang. Show them the hand. See how they block. If they block in a certain manner, we're going to use Tunic. They are not blocking. So they just said, big, no fucks given. Literally. Okay, thought process here. We want to present as much damage as possible, obviously, but if we do send shields down, we actually just explode, right? So I'm debating on hammer or not. It's the big thing. I think it is hammer, but we overpitch. They know the card's in our hand. There's no reason to not overpitch. We want to see the blues. Yeah. We very well could die here. I considered passing priority just to see what would happen. Aether Flare's good. Turn 4, they've seen some of their deck, so they have a high likelihood to make some moves, right? Rag Hat. Rag Hat. Boy, oh boy. Alright. Aether Wildfire. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So they had the all blue hand. They're just going. They had a Wildfire. Sure. Whatever. They only have 1 Kano activation. So, like... This is kind of bad because we could have kept this from doing, like... We only would have AB2. It only matters if they're blazing, actually. But they have Tunic. So they're Aether Wildfire, or Aether Flaring here, which is 6, and then Blazing on top would be pretty disgusting. They know the top card, so it's probably Blazing, right? Has to be Blazing. No other way. Alright, so this is giving +5 and then a +4. So there's the Blazing, +5, +4, and then again, oh, there's Sapping. Okay, can't do anything about that. That's 10, and I think we're dead. We're dead? Yeah, we're dead. Alright, fair. Alright, yep. Love playing against Kano. It's my favorite thing in the world. I wish I could only play against Kano. It's amazing. See, as cool as Kano is, in general, like playing the Kano is fun. Don't get me wrong, it's fun. But when you play against Kano, it is like actually just not fun at all. Ever. Because you do all these things, and then they just like, oh, okay, now I'm gonna diddle myself and then kill you. Like, you have no actual like way to do anything about it. Like, I don't know a single deck who can stop like a Kano combo ever. Ever. Like, if they have what they just did to me, I don't know any deck that can stop it. Besides, like, I guess another Kano. You know? Like, another Kano. Oh, okay, in response, I'll kill you first. Okay, so we're playing against a warrior. I just have them all in one button because I am not choosing anything else. Weakest link, obviously, there's not really many cards that are 0. I can't think of one at this time. I guess, like, the counter card. Curse of the Week, no text. Chokeslam, some text, sometimes. Most of the time, not. We'll just play the 60. Flat 60, call it a day. What's happening, Marcus? How are you, man? Decimator Axe. The way this card looks visually is so appealing to me. I freaking love the way this card looks. It's so cool. I would like to filter, thank you. Appreciate it. Oh! This is bad! I am going to use one of these. They're probably like, what? Setting up for Armory, right? You playing Victor? Huh? Playing some Spice? You got some tech for me to try? Oh. My man. No blocks, you say? Chokeslam, I say. Nice. Yep, you are wagering. That does make sense. So this means that they have the reactions, whatever they're called. You know what I mean. Okay, so what can we do next turn? Is this hand worth committing? If we block 9, this is actually like not terrible, right? We can stop that. We get a Zealous. I'm okay kind of like taking off on this turn. Like sending 9 back for taking a bunch of damage, just not a big fan of it. Just not a big fan. So how do we do that? We do this, and then give them this. Give them one more. Can they give go again here? They can't, right? Oh, it's up the ante? Yeah, that's also true. So what does that up the ante to? It gives a bunch there. They could do take the upper hand. I'm okay with blocking like this. As weird as that looks, like this hand just doesn't do a whole lot. If I had Tunic, it would be different. But I'm gonna block like this. Okay, take the upper hand, and then another take the upper hand. Sure, you got it. You got it. Fair enough. Fair enough. It wasn't up the ante. We were close. It's still a shit ton of damage. But hey, that's 2 more take the upper hands that we don't have to worry about. I'm always so confused about, like, how this card is, like, what's happening. It looks like a hook. Looks like a hook blade. So odd. Look at that fingy. That fingy's just flying off. It'll land in the beanie weenies. This hand's great. I don't want to block anything. Probably should block, but no, I'm good. I'm good. This is a hand I'm happy to let be. Okay, so they give go again. E-strike, sure. I don't care about E-strike. Alright, so first off, we are going to visit Goldmane Estate. We draw a bad card. Now we can command and conquer. Ideally, I was going to set up a Golden Sun in the arsenal with these mites, but it's fine. We're still going to pummel the crap out of them. What's up? What's up, Powell? How are you? How was the vacay with the family? Vacay was good. Going on vacation with the baby is hard, to say the least, because you always got to worry, right? But all in all, it was good. Had good food, had good company. Played a lot of cards, mostly Sorcery Contested Realm. I don't know if you guys have played that game, but it is super fun. It's like super fun. I love that game. I'm trying to get more people locally to start playing it in the in-between times. Alright, I'm going to give them these two because it's going to split one of those in half. I just don't really want anything else. I need to be able to draw something decent. That's fine. A Golden Sun, and I get another gold? That's cool. Okay, so we can't Zealous Belting here. I mean, we could, but that's bad, right? We know Golden Sun is on the top. We go to one resource. We draw that. We could play Golden Sun. It's not good. So we're just going to play this Colossal Bearing. This being a 4 cost instead of the disable that it would be is actually pretty decent. It's actually pretty decent. They're full blocking this. This doesn't have tower. Maybe they might be misplaying because of that reason. Oh, this hand's pretty sweet. Oh, this hand's super sweet. I'm going to just attack, and then we'll play a Golden Sun, we'll Arsenal another Zealous. Can confirm, Ed showed me how to play, and now that I'm done with Nats and stuff, I'm going to hit some sorcery decks to play with it. I hope you do. I hope you do. I'll play the fuck out of that game. It's very cool. Play it mostly on TTS, though. It's a good in-between game. When I'm not playing an exorbitant amount of Fab, spending time with my family, and then also playing Elden Ring. It's hard to find all that time. Okay, so we're getting some value out of that. Awesome stuff. Hey, another Goldmane. We do love Goldmane. I'm thinking about keeping this card to have as like a clapback. So let's think about this, right? So honestly, this is the best card to block with. Is it? Maybe not. Okay, I'm going to block with this. Because we want to set up an arsenal, likely to draw a blue. Another Goldmane. Okay. Honestly, I think it's probably correct to play the Spinal. Just as is. Just like a more important sequence. So we play another one of these. We have one. We can't even play Hammer, right? Yeah. Just play the Spinal. We don't need a whole bunch. Sorcery's fun. Fab is just my number one. I am in the same boat for obvious reasons. Yeah, we love sorcery in this household. The game. The game. I don't know how to practice sorcery. You know what I'm saying? If anybody knows, hit me up. Love infinite money glitch. We're almost there with Victor. Did you guys figure out who the newest member is going to be? I have not. I think we're leaving the poll open just a little bit longer. Steelblade Shunt, sure. Okay. Smack it back. You douche. You douche. Alright, so obviously we can start with this. And we can go ahead and, like, do the E-strike and then hammer, too. I don't hate that. Still on the fence on whether I'm going to message Kyle or not. I mean, you can always try. Always try. Oh, double shunt. Glad they didn't do that on my hammer. Alright, let's do go again. Where can we vote? Vote on a member? I don't know if we're doing like a poll vote or anything like that, but you guys can... You guys are more than welcome to, you know, say something in the Discord and see what he thinks. I'm actually going to draw a card and see what I get. We already saw 2 gold main. That's kind of why I'm like doing this weird thing here. I'm just trying to dig a little bit more. Obviously, I can't ask my opponent to like undo or anything like that. If we get another blue here, it's just not that good, right? I was looking for a better arsenal. That's kind of where I was going with that. I'm good the way it is, because we do need to make sure that we have more gold for the second estate if we do get second cycle. Sure. We just would have drawn more stuff. More trash. Okay, so we're revealing... we will choose the opponent. Nice. Okay, 8's just the biggest number. We're gonna do that. Pitch these 2 cards. I think that'd be kind of cool. In like a little community poll. Like, check out these people. Who do you want to see in videos? Oh, dude, they just took it. Holy. That's awesome. This is for sure gotta be up the ante, right? Some other wild shit. How like, how much do I want to commit to this? You know what I'm saying? I could see a world where we commit here and here, and then give them boots, and then play the Command and Conquer just to like have something. But honestly, like it's just gonna be better to attack and then play the Command and Conquer, right? Like, this isn't gonna be lethal in any world. I knew it was gonna be an up the ante. Okay, it goes up to 11, so I'm honestly glad I didn't block for 10. Yeah, so we're just gonna do the thing I talked about. Go again. Give cards. Give more cards, please. Yep. Alright. You're not gonna like this one, bud. Oh, yellow take the upper hand. Didn't expect that one. Okay, so are we visiting the anvil? What's that card called? I still have yet to have this play. Visit the golden anvil. It is what it's called. I was correct. I give them civic steps here. That's probably okay. Just want to send a bigger number. They block no matter what anyway. So, like, 8 is fine. Give 2 cards plus refraction, though. It's probably not the best. I'm going to give them this with the expectation that they're just going to attack with, like, a weapon. They have 2 cards. They won't be able to utilize the whole thing unless they crack a bunch of gold. So it's honestly, I think, statistically correct just to go ahead and play the Spinal, just because they are at 2. We are going to take a little bit here, which is kind of annoying. This is closer than I expected. I'll give them that. There's a shield. Yeah. More reason to have blocked with that commanding conqueror. Big fan. Big fan, big fan. Why not arms? We know it's the up the ante. That's fair. Yeah, they were done. Let's see. They could have blocked with 3 cards plus boots, but like, what are they doing otherwise? Just scar for a scar, and then like, who cares? What are the other cards? This hand would have been like fine enough, right? Can't like play the Pummel, but it was decent. All right, Warrior. Warrior's so fun. All right, let's play against a brute. Why not? Brute. Let's see how this shield or this hat does against the brutes. That's what I really, really, really want to know. And we are playing Trounce in this matchup. I even played into KO right now. I'm not sold on it. Kind of like back and forth between it and maybe Rouse. It's all pretty bad, to be honest. Weakest Link is really good against brutes, though. Likely going to just block with these 2 cards, depending on what they do. Why wouldn't they Deadwood? Deadwood's got to be like the best card, right? It's probably the only card they can play, unless they can just claw, right? It's claw time, baby. Alright, we have too many reds. I'm going to keep these cards as is. And then we'll probably just send the weakest link. There's a world that I could have like... Oh, this is good. Which one is better, do you guys think? They have an arsenal, so like, I'm gonna play weakest link, I think. No, this is guaranteed disruption, right? Yeah. Just have to play that one, I think. I mean, like, the first half of the text actually doesn't matter. So, look, Levi, we're just trying to help you fill your graveyard. That's all. That's all it is. God, I love Command and Conquer. Command and Conquer Pummel. So good. That's why you play Guardian. Okay, this Pummel is not playable. Not playable. Woo. Okay, so we just play this. We're going to E-Strike for 7. Arsenal, E-Strike. Or, Pummel. Bing bang. Buff power. Is this normal against Guardian? Are they actually playing Carrion Husk, or are they playing the Sash most of the time? Okay, they're getting rid of Boots, Apex, sure. So they must have, like, probably a Blood Rush style turn. It's like the only thing that makes sense, right? Okay, didn't get my block card. Love that. Alright. Alright, can we win? Oh, we got there. Yeah. Too bad it's just... No, it's not just Hammer. We're playing Golden Sun. The likelihood that you win against non-KO is actually decently high. Not with Trounce, but like with Test Strength. So that's all... If this happens, like, you always got to feel pretty good. Yeah, early Pummel into winning a trounce, like, you can't really ask for much better on a matchup like this. Oh, and they're taking it? Oh my god. Holy moly. This hand is a little unfortunate. Okay. Their hand was pretty garbo, too. I think the only thing we can really do... Do we want to give up this Pummel? I'm not sure. Is the answer. I'm not sure. Second cycle is unlikely, I would think. It can happen. It can. But I think we just get the block value out of it now, and we're just going to play this chokeslam. It feels bad, but I think that is right. Always feels awkward when you have to do stuff like that. Again, I don't think we had to, but keeping your life total high in these matchups is always, like, really pretty important. We haven't seen cast homes. We need to see cast homes. We're getting a couple of cards here. Love that. Is the music too loud? Turn it down just a little bit. Here we go. Oh, here it is. The homes. The homes. Oh, they discarded a Blood Rush? That sucks. That sucks. Okay, we get 2 cards. We can just play this. This is probably good. We could probably do this plus Pummel, man. Like, we have so many options. So many. It's, like, just actually disgusting. So, like... We draw blue, it's fine. No, I need to keep this. Yeah, I'm gonna take it, whatever. My Levi opponent's so impatient. Glad we did that. Glad. Actually, let's do this. Because we wouldn't have the resources to pummel. We would if we could pitch the Command and Conquer, but we don't get to recycle the arsenal, right? This person's about to punch their fucking monitor. Yeah, I figured. Oh, man. No, they did not seem too thrilled about that. Let's play against another one. Another brute and see what happens. Oh, it's the wrong one. Can't do that one. We just played against that guy. Max? Let's try Max. Max would be fine. Max could be a, I don't know why I hit second. That was bad. But, yeah, in general, we are playing Mech, not Dash. Getting rid of Weakest Link, Crush the Weak, and Chokeslam. Just playing all the big attacks that we can. This is the main reason I have a Colossal Bearing in the list, is for this matchup specifically. So if you can sit a Colossal Bearing into your arsenal, then he could have discarded these, so then you're right. You're right. Oh, here it is. Yeah, the Colossal Bearing. So, like, if you can knock out one of their equipment, like, once you get to 13, it's, like, almost guaranteed, right? So if you could do that early enough, then they... I don't think can feasibly win the game. The only way they win is with mech. So we got to win some clashes first, and we got to see cast homes early. Or we can do it with a pummel. Like, you just pair that with the pummel, it's probably fine. So that's the only reason that Colossal is in here, just to have like another edge in the matchup. This is a inherently unfavored matchup. Okay, I will show you Cranial Crush. I will block with Cranial Crush. Pitching in high octane, they're waiting for second cycle. They believe that they have time. Probably fair. Okay, all red hand, looks like. Keeping the arsenal. Mech is scary, you are correct. Alright, unfortunate. Unfortunate. The only thing we can really do, we could send 9, but I think that's actively pretty poor, so I'm going to set this up and then try to have a bigger turn next turn. I was debating blocking with this Spinal for that very reason, just to be able to, like, guarantee have a play, but it's whatever. Okay, next turn might be really strong. We just have to not block anything besides with the Trounce. The card we want to block with, obviously. It hits opt. Well, I don't want to, like, block that one. You know what I'm saying? I guess I could steps here. It's probably bad. It's probably really bad, right? I guess I could Trounce. I'm just going to Trounce here. We do get an extra card to block with. It's a little awkward. Yeah. Really? Okay. Jeez. Get wrecked me. Alright, now we have to hold a cast homes whenever we draw it. This is a pretty interesting matchup, all things considered. Like in this situation. Look at all these reds that are opponents. Oh, Supercell? Yeah, we are screwed. Holy moly. I'm just gonna play the Spinal. It's the same damage, but this one requires more. Yeah, I know, get wrecked. I know, thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. It is what it is. Yeah, now they're thinking, because they have mech already. Okay, they don't have mech already. Dang. Are you telling me we can go Zealous into Zealous into... What the fuck is this? What do they choose? This enters and leaves active abilities. Put this bomb. Can't defend this turn? Sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't do that. That's fine. That's fine. Wasn't going to use it anyway. Yeah. Who's the aggro deck now? Oh, it's mech time. Oh no. Oh no! We didn't see the Colossal Bearing! No! It wasn't a 10, it was a twin drive. It wasn't the high velocity, I don't think. Or max velocity. Whatever it is. Maximum velocity? Max below? Yeah. Man, can I draw any worse? Block. Yeah, it was a 5. So, like, I bottomed their 5. They revealed another 5. I'm just like, whatever. Yeah, okay, sure. This looks like Pummel, right? It is hard to see. I know. Here, I'll go full screen. I'll give you a couple of pixels. Forgot to go back to full screen. Oh, he just didn't care. Sick. Hey! Oh. Well, they have no mech yet. 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it's time. Blah, blah. Alright, can we win? We won. Got there. Whoop. And we revealed a thunk. I got 2 knights. Oh, man. Okay, so it is a 1,000% mech, right? I should have blocked. I shouldn't have blocked. No, I should have blocked. Okay. I can't block with what? Who cares? Okay, it's mech time. Om nom nom mech time. Oof. Alright, so they're gonna hit me 6 times 4 is 24. I'm just gonna YOLO it here. Alright, dude. I think I'm right. I believe so. Man, Colossal Bearing did so much work. Oh boy. Yeah. 10, big tenner. I'm playing Red Thunderquake without playing Red Thunderquake. It's pretty sick. Alright, 6, make him discard. Will it matter? Probably not. Probably not. We found a state, finally. Finally. Alright, so... bad idea to give them steps here. Just attack with the mech, right? Give you that, sure. There's not a world where we actually get to play this, so I'm gonna pitch it. Yeah. We found Colossal Bearing. Yeah. So they have 2 cards underneath this. So like we could actually maybe like just not lose. Is it weird to want to block with that? Just go ahead and make them burn their 2 things. So I block with this, they attack. Yeah, that's probably bad. The more I think about it. Sure. Oh, you son of a bitch. I needed to use that block card so bad. Oh, that was a fuck up. Oh, rewarded. Woo! One card. We have Tunic coming up, which is pretty sick. Is this an action? No. Oh! Even more gold, you say? You know how much I love it. Love that gold. Alright, so this is free to block with at this point, I believe. So we're going to do that. And they have no reactions, so you know what? Let's just make the number bigger. Oh, wait. That was dumb. How'd they... Oh, it's a high octane. Guys, you should have told me. Ed, you're being dumb. God. What the heck, bro? Well, now I have to, like, claw out of this. This is bad. This is really bad. Uh-oh. This is a disaster. Whatever, 4. Oh, test of strength. Rewarded. Rewarded. How many times can I fuck up and still not lose? That is the question. Nice. I think we just win. We don't just win, actually. It was close, though. It was close. Oh, another block card? I'm just getting all our block cards there now. It's so strong. So good. I know. I know. I don't even have AirPods on right now. What are you talking about? I'm just gonna give them Tunic. Is this bad? It's pretty bad. Okay. Well, 9. 9 is lethal. 9 ways to Sunday. One more card, please. Like, literally a blue in our hand, this game be over. Literally a blue. More than one blue would be nice. E-Strike coming in clutch, though, for real, though. Oh, they're just dead. Just dead. I misplayed a lot, and I still got there. That's pretty wild. Oh, where did my win button go, you guys? Should have said it's there. I think I was at like 19 or something. I don't know. Let's say I'm 20. Round 20. Okay, let's try Enigma. Hopefully we can fight against them. And this will be a good matchup to maybe end it off on, because this is kind of the other one I wanted to try. We tried to Brute. I kind of high rolled them, but in general, I don't think it's like that terrible unless it's KO. It's just hard to find some KOs right now. Okay, so we're playing Time Skippers. I actually think it's kind of bad. I don't really want to play this card. And then I cut Disable because all their stuff is instant speed most of the time. Toke Slam doesn't really do anything, and Press Delete doesn't really do anything, so... Don't have a lot of Phantasm. It's like... whatever. So... after this, or if they take a while, I'll talk about the list and kind of the matchup spread, because I didn't have that question earlier. Forgot who asked, but we will make sure that happens for you. So this is the limit test to see how necessary we believe Anathos is. And we'll try to pick out some points to see, like, especially if they get like a 10k, A 10k is like, if they can keep that around for literally one turn and swing with it an additional, like, more than once, it's very hard to come back from that. So you have to, like, have every single way to push for that, which is why I generally lean to Anathos as the option, just because the extra point does matter. And when you Zealous Belting into Anathos for 11, and then you're able to Van Brace one of those attacks because you're extra floating, it's very strong. $10k or Mirror Guy, but 10k is the one that's, like, actually more scary to me because it's ward, right? Like, the ward 10 is broken. It's so stupid against Guardian. So stupid. Okay, so they're pitching a Dissolve Reality for this Levels of Enlightenment, so it's only getting one mode. They can't play the drop because this hasn't resolved. Or they can. How does that work? What? Is it coming in for 2 then? I'm so confused. Okay, it does come in for 2, so it's on the stack, gets the -2. That is a new interaction that I haven't seen. I thought it had to be, like, on the link. Any consideration of running Time Skippers in this matchup to fix the all-blue hands? So I've tried it, and just most of the time, it just doesn't do anything. Like, it's just kind of clunky. So I'm trying the Civic Steps this one, just because I've had, like, just not great luck with Time Skippers in general. I think if I'm going to play a boot like that, it's either getting cut completely, or I think Snapdragons is still, like, reasonable, because it helps you push for the 10k. This might be a long one. Buckle up. No, I understand how it works. It's just I didn't understand beforehand. Like, it makes sense. I get it. But it's just not something I expected, is what I'm getting at. So what did they do before? They drew a card, I guess? Just like, oh, I want to attack with my shield? I don't care. Yep, that's what it was. Okay, that's fine. I have a blue, I have a Zealous Belting. I am happy as can be. Give me a blue and a red. Hey, not a blue and a red, but playable. Very playable. Look at the Van Brace. Van Brace is so good. Wonder what their underneath card is. I wonder. What could it be? Keeping secrets, are we? I'm gonna Van Brace to deal 5 damage. This is better. I could send 5, but I think that's kind of bad. You can just send the fist. Send the fist. Yeah, that's right. Take one. Take one. Yeah, boy. Got him. Got him. Weakest link. Oh, this could be one of those attack reaction heavy, or attack action heavy ones. I don't play any 0 block cards. Why would you be playing that card against me? That's kind of a tell, right? Like when they play stuff like that. Just do this. Sorry. that way. Whoops. Keep big numbers in deck. And just don't even bother with it. Just 7. Buff the power. Get out of here, Disable. Oh, excuse me. They're thinking so hard on how to block. So hard. It's just 7. Just take it. Just take it, build a board state like we know you're going to, so I can blow it up next turn. We'll call it a day. Call it good. This is a position where it's like, we used 2 Goga. Oh my gosh. I'm yawning like crazy. Oh god. Chat is not active enough. But like using all these Gogan cards, right? Like when they have a position where they're going to actually drop a board, it's kind of risky not keeping one of these in Arsenal, right? But you have to push. Like you just have to. Anything with ward 6+ and it really should have gotten Phantasm. I agree. I think it's bullshit. Actually, it's honestly not that bad. You can build your deck to be good, but the important thing there is we know their arsenal isn't Pummel and the arm piece isn't Waves. That's fair. If they hit my arsenal, I just wouldn't even care. Does Waves work? It might have to be an illusionist attack. I'm not positive. Yeah, this is an attack action heavy one, it looks like. Just has to be. Oh, this hand's it. Yeah. Hits a hero, tokens they own, lose, can't gain names. So, oh no. My names. What art I to do? As weird as this sounds, I think it might be correct to block with this. And play the Arsenal just to unbrick it. Arsenal this. Or I can Arsenal this. I'm not opposed to either. This is a better card. I'm going to block with you. I like how these move around. They bounce. Does this work? More chat? Yes, it does. It does. I'm more awake now. Okay. 8 damage. My 3-card 8 is too powerful, James White says. What do I eat with rice? Black pepper eel. Or use the chicken in my fridge and make sauce for it. Or over the rice. Black pepper eel? Where the hell do you get black pepper eel from? Because I need it. That sounds awesome. Obviously, you should do that. It's like a sushi bowl. Eel's like the best. But chicken with some yum yum sauce style stuff. I think yum yum sauce is like an Alabama thing. But that's also good. Depends on what kind of rice too. There's different types of rice. Chat didn't register when I tried to warn you about the high octane after it had happened. It's okay. It's okay. I didn't lose anyway. It's great. Buy at my local Taiwanese market. Yeah, that does sound awesome. You should do that. Like, for sure. Which one stays? Like, you have chicken in the freezer. Just keep it in the freezer. What are you doing? Unless you just gotta cook it, right? Trounce time. I used to work there, so I know the best things to eat with rice. Okay, so I assume it's white rice. It's gotta be white rice, right? Oh, this round's on me? Don't mind if I do. Bro. This hand could be bananas. If I draw, like, another blue or something, this could be, like, actually nutso bananas. Manifest, dude, you're not keeping that. There's no shot. No way, Jose. This card is good. This is what you need. White sushi rice, yeah. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so I think the only thing I block with is this, maybe? Let's take some. Okay, so I do this. Let's think about our turn. So we pitch blue, reveal here, no matter what. We can do it no matter what card we draw. We just have to draw a card, is the only thing. So we could lose this. Yep, that's pretty bad. So let's crack, target ourselves. Okay, we won. Great. This is good. Good stuff. They're on blue sync below. This looks like Aaron's list. It's not Aaron's list, is it? I don't know if he played Amnesia. Alright, take 5. That Pummel would be nice, but oh well. And we get the extra resource, potentially. Could be strong. Alright. Pitch. Go here and here. Say okay. This is coming in for 8, not 9, because of the this round's on me. Still really strong. And then we're gonna go 4 into 9. What are your thoughts on Weakest Link and Victor? I have been enjoying it, honestly. Like, I haven't had it hit trigger once. Because it demands that much respect from people. Like, I've had so many people just, like, lay down 2 cards so fast, they're just like, boom. Boom, gone. It is, he played Amnesia, the Weakest Link is new, though. Okay. Okay, fair. Alright, so they're getting rid of the manifestations. They can't cover it up. Maybe they can if they have 2D reacts. Concerned about it? No? Okay. Just want to conserve life total, I suppose. Alright, so... is there a world where we just play this? Probably not. I'm thinking about, like, maybe arsenaling this is kind of the vibes. I don't think it's right. I think you just play it. Two card 4. And I didn't really care to use Vambrace there. This does look like his list, actually. It's a good list. Actually, no, I'm at a position, I want to keep this because I need to draw cast homes. I don't have extra gold. This is bad to use. This feels bad, but whatever. Haha, Vambrace. I should have used the Vambrace. I fully intended on using this, but we got a few cards out of them. We lowered the life total a little bit. There was no guarantee that we drawed this before the, whatever it's called. Cast homes. Alright, plus. Nope, draw card. Okay. Well, there's no reason to block any extra. God damn it. Ooh, this is spicy, actually. I think we just, like, don't clash. Yeah, I'm good. You can have a gold, buddy. Yeah, you guys picking up what I'm putting down? It's time. Rack-a-lack that gold. It's about to be good in here. Make my own Pummel Command and Conquer? They know it's coming, but I don't care. It does kind of suck losing the gold there, because I'm gonna draw cast homes next turn. Like, it's guaranteed. It's gonna happen. That's just how it works. But, whatever. How much do they block here? Alright, you think they give me 10, knowing? And we are traversing. I'm still gonna pummel you. Without a doubt. You saw it on the top. I'm not gonna IP myself. Alright, big nutso banana turn incoming from our opponent. Okay. So they're doing it after the hit already resolved. Makes sense. Pretty good. I want some of those dumplings. It was not even dumplings, I don't know what they're called. They're rice balls, right? Okay, so they discard a card, they have their manifestations ready to go. They lose their arsenal though, so they have 2-card hand. So it's just gotta be another aura thing, right? Like, just play the aura thing. Attack twice. Oh, this hand's solid. This hand is really solid. Pitching a chi. We're gonna block here. If I lose this, I'm gonna be annoyed. Ugh, rip. No. It's not worth it. They won? No way. No way. Didn't think they would win. But I just have to keep this hand so I can Zealous Belting and the Command and Conquer them. It's like the only realistic thing to do. Uh-oh. That sucks. Well, I have no other options, so yeah, you got it. Rest in peace, Trounce. See, this is another reason that like cutting Trounce of this matchup might be right. Not in this specific list, but in that theory list. Having the extra pummels and stuff, because you're gonna miss anyway. And if they're on this like really heavy attack reaction list, or not attack reaction, you know what I mean, attack action list, then it's not impossible for it to just like happen, right? So what are they blocking here to protect their manifestation? Okay. Spheres. Sure. Simple. Sure. It's a full block. Seems good. Seems good. Seems good. Alright. Now to Command and Conquer. Thank God for Tunic, am I right? Thank God for Tunic. They can still swing. Oh no, it's like 8 too, or 9. Gross. Gross, gross, gross. Unfortunately, I think I just take this. God, it's so fat. Ugh. Yikes. So this has Ward. I think I just have to play Rouse and pitch this. It's a very weird game to show these. Because we lost our gold, this is bad. Yep, it is 11. You were right. They did it. Ugh. As long as you can like clear the board, it's usually not that bad. But this is where Anathos would be like really killer. Because I could go Zealous into Anathos and then like keep the Gold Main. Be pretty strong. But now, because I'm playing Small Hammer, I'm sort of forced into this line of play. Just to be able to, like, I have to present the breakpoint. Just have to. Like, the other play with the Anathos, if I had Anathos, I'd be able to go 5, which demands 2 cards, into 6, which demands 2 cards. And it's at awkward numbers to where the ward doesn't actually do anything. So, yeah, now I get to Arsenal the Zealous, I guess, which is, like, fine. But, yeah. The other thing, too, is, like, if I had Anathos, I would be 1 less gold anyway, right? So I wouldn't have the Aura Mages. So it's gonna eat up the ward on the gloves. And then if they want to swing their manifestations again, which they should, I have to do this here. I think I have to just play the Zealous Belting as, like, an attack. Because this fucks up their math really bad. So now their manifestation is going to get eaten regardless. Okay. They just take, right? I'm gonna Arsenal. They have 2 gold, it's so stupid. Alright, trounce me up, baby. Dude, that Vambrace was killer. It was actually nuts. Ugh. If I didn't have Vambrace, this game would have been like hella over. Nice. Win it all. Win it all! Okay, this is really good. So now I can Zealous and basically guarantee I'm going to get this Rage Spectre. This is a Zealous for 6 too, and because I have the extra floating, I can Pummel. God, I'm glad I arsenaled that. I need to push a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and do it. Alright, so only getting in for 9 unless they react. Maybe they were, like, hoping to play, like, a defense reaction and cover it up. Because they already passed blocks, this Rage Spectre is dead, dead, dead. Yeah, discard that card. Haha. Oh, we got one of their no block cards. Litty titty. Oh, no blocks? Oh, God. Here we go. Time to die. Okay, well, our Goldbane states are turned on, though. I'll tell you what. Tell you what. Here, you can have a Quicken token. I don't care. If I can keep my whole hand, it'd be pretty sick. I'm not going to, but... Oh, cracking gold. Nice. Might as well. Just paying you to kick my ass right now. Another one. They have like guaranteed blues too. That's so funny. Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking about is this weakest link is strong. It's very strong, but it's not really gonna like stop anything on their side, I don't believe. I do think it's probably correct to just go ahead and block with this instead of this. But the more high roll play is to do this. Like block with this and then play this if I get to draw the card. This is riskier. I'm gonna do it just because I do have some gold that I can mess around with. Is there other card? Nothing? Okay. Yeah, okay, great. Glad I did it. Okay, because it doesn't have the name gold, I don't get the mites. That's unfortunate, but interesting. Yeah, very, very interesting. Okay. Gonna protect your thing. Yeah. I know. I figured it out. It's fine. I pitched one earlier. I'll see another one. See another one soon. We're just building up our stockpile. Sure. Can't stop that. Man, they love their shield. This is fine. Block here. Right, yeah, it's a static. Manifestations. I just have to give another card. Yeah. Luckily we have the tunic, so we can just send this. Not bad, not bad. Hopefully they can't cover it up. Still just play like a shit ton of reacts, but they've already played 2, 3 red sink belows, 2 favorite scenes, so the likelihood is kind of low. I guess like unmovable if they're playing that. We've seen 2 blue sink belows? No, only 1, so they could do that. Yeah, get that mirror guy out of here. That's the last mirror guy, too. Can't wait. Can't wait. I guess they can, like, get it back, right? No, they can't. They can't. This is only Ward 3. trying to remember. One of the T cards. Yeah, target action card. Yeah, and they even discarded it. So, Spears. I don't think... He didn't play Spears, right? Aaron didn't play Spears. Okay, that's the last favorite scene. For sure. They very well could Meridian here, I suppose. Or maybe they're just trying to get some value. Oh, yeah, okay. We're getting the mirror guy. Mirror guy. This has been an interesting game. Very interesting. So, probably draw. Honestly, like, I could see the +2 as well. This isn't Aaron's list. It's Team Ascent. Okay. It looked somewhat similar because it has, like, the blue sink belows and all that. 2, I'm gonna have to take the 2. And just try to play one of those. Yeah. Okay. Just keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. Looks like a solid list. What do you mean? It looks nothing like Aaron's list. This definitely looks a little bit like his list. Dissolve realities, the Enigma chimeras, like sink below. The blue sink below is kind of what like made me think it was similar to his. They're not too far off. Oh, really? I haven't even noticed that. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. That's fair. That's a big difference. They're more like closer to 4. Oh my god. Look, they're all blue. They're basically the same. Basically the same. Look, hey, they're playing levels of enlightenment. Okay, the decks are basically the same. Thank God I haven't seen a 10k. Screw that card. I almost just passed. You can go ahead and Van Brace. I am. Don't you worry. People come here to watch me be wrong. They're playing Enigma. Exactly. They're basically the same. They're going again? Okay. I'm it. Take my quick token. Has 0 word counter generation. Yeah. True. True facts. True facts. Ooh, I won with the Rouse the Ancients. Looked over, came back. I got a Rouse the Ancients now. This is great. Having a great time. Ah. I even get to name War? This is great. Having a great time. I wish all Enigmas were like this. This is much more pleasant to play against as a Guardian. No, my gold. I can't play. I can't crack my gold. I can't wait until they pummel me. Just like mix it up. They're on Michael Fang's list. Not even Team Ascent, it's Michael Fang's. Ah, they choose death. I see. Oh yeah? Van Brace time. Gotcha. Just gonna do about that. Van Brace. Unnecessary time wasting. Mmm. Yes, sir. Look. If this didn't pop, they could make a copy of it with their miraging. That's it. It's living life right there. Draw a card and put a card on the bottom. It's been a long game. It's been like 40 minutes. Gone through a lot of their deck. A lot of my deck. I'm going to draw Cast Homes next turn. It's going to be awesome. I meant the turn after. Just by the way. Turn after. Oh, is it time? It's time for the Spectral Shield. Okay. I'll block just for you. Did you guys see that Aaron pulled a gold Meridian pathway? That was really cool. That was a good video. I'm probably going to use Tunic here to Van Brace just to push a little bit more damage, unless they just like decide to full block the whole thing. This is a fine option too. Can't remember how many Pummels I have. Got one more. One more for the CNC. Spears! Blue Spears. I bet this deck is like pretty decent against like Ninja and stuff. Pretty sweet. I see. You have chosen death. Alright, now they pitch for Meridian. Right? Okay, let's hold the line. Fair. Fair, fair, fair. Ooh. This weakest link is actually pretty sick. Honestly, it's not that good, though. Like, I should probably just block with it. Actually, no. I'd block with this instead. Oh yeah, that's annoying. That's super annoying. We just take, I believe. No, we can give shield, baby. At 2 gold. Yeah, I can give shield pretty free. Being at 1, it feels weird. I don't see a downside. I'll just use it later. Now that all their D-reacts are gone, it's time for Command and Conquer to shine. Said no one ever. And no Arsenal. Man. Was really hoping to deal 1 damage. Full block. Very nice. 1-2 are the same life total against the Nimba. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Especially when you're this late game. Full blockers. Why would you do that? I guess you can't, like, play any of your cards if you just, like, block 9 anyway. Just block 6 and accept defeat. Block 9, okay. 9 is still not dead, so that's probably fine. 10 is still not dead, that's also fine. So that means they have the dissolving thingy. I'm gonna leave this in hand, because we know they're playing those. Dissolve reality. Get rid of my ponder token. What a douche. Yep. Yep. Makes sense. Oh, you're right. It was minor, but the game shouldn't get to pitch stack. Sorry, I missed some of your comments. Keeping blue over weak. Link lets you van brace, right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. They still, like, blocked, right? So. Yeah, because of the block 9 possibility, I think you're probably right. Okay, here I'm just going to hammer. And then I have Van Brace plus Pummel. So if they don't block properly, they're actually just a no matter what. Well, not no matter what. But if they block 8, they're or not 8. If they block 7, they're fine. But if they block 6, which is likely, then they are dead. But they'll probably Spectral Shield plus Meridian. Or a Hero Power plus Meridian. Go ahead and use the... Oh, okay, they're just dead. Sick. Why would you not use your Enigma? Instead of the Meridian? Oh, okay, like Rage Spectre or something, maybe. Okay, so this is like a block 6. Then we're going to Van Brace. This should be 2, right? Right. I think they're trying to figure out a way out of it. They had to have, like, hero powered. That was the only way. They have to be playing an aura. Like, there's no other reason, right? Okay, they have another chi. Sure. Okay, so they're at 1. They're at 1. Any macho kills them. So we have Tunic coming up. Sick. Let me see. Let's see. For sure, Macho. I'll arsenal this. Uh-oh. Sick. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch my 2 stays to play a Macho. Rippy and Crippy for op. For sure. For sure. That was a good game. That was a good game. I agree. My guardian brain wanted to slam these so bad. But obviously that's not correct. Alright. So, pretty good day. We lost against Kano, and I think maybe something else. I can't remember. It's been a while. But this is the list, so we can talk about this very briefly. So I have all the matchups set up here. Arachne, we're playing 66 cards, only cutting weakest link. I'm happy playing all of the go against stuff. The weakest link doesn't really do anything besides block 3, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But because we're only on 33 blues, I like having a 50-50 split. So 33 to 33 is just fine. Azalea, so Colossal Bearing plus Disable. If you ever can get this off, obviously this card is better. This is why I wasn't playing this in my more recent like Armory list. But the possibilities are pretty good with this. You can like kind of high roll to hit their cross wrap. It's not very good. Don't get me wrong. But this is mainly there for the mechs. So it's better than all of these cards though. Definitely better than all of these cards. And Rouse the Ancients, just because it does have text against like a fatigue shot. It's fine. Okay, so Brutes, right now we are doing Colossal Bearing as well. Another reason that Disable could be better than this card. I just wanted to really play this card again. So we're cutting Crush the Weak, Zealous Belting, Rouse the Ancients. I can see putting one of these cards, probably not this one, instead of Trounce. I can, if it's against KO specifically. But all the other ones, I think this is fine. Against Dash, we are playing Rampart, because we're not playing Big Hammer, so we're playing something to make sure that we have a little bit of an edge, right, compared to what we normally would. Cutting the Chokeslam, Crush the Weakest Link, we're playing all the Gogan cards, playing Colossal Bearing, and Disable, Spinals, pretty much any card that's just as big as it can be. All the blocking cards are just really strong into these mech decks. They have to use their pistols or their weapons or whatever, so you're always going to get value off of that. Gets a Nimba. You guys saw this one. I was on Weakest Link and Spinal. I am cutting Disable and Colossal Bearing. Choke Slams don't really do a whole lot, and the Crush the Weaks obviously don't do a whole lot. These cards are just better. There is an argument to playing these over the Weakest Link, but I think if you pair this with a Pummel, you are doing pretty well. Especially if you have it with like a Trounce, also very strong. And then it's an easy play to go visit into Weakest Link, into you know, Arsenal card, right? And then set up something better for your next Might turn, right? Been a pretty big fan of this card so far. I'm probably going to keep it around for a while. Against Kano, you basically lose no matter what, but there are some pretty good cards in this. So Weakest Link, they added Kindle to their list. They're playing all the pots, right? So there are like a pretty reasonable amount of hits against Kano. So just small pummel targets that you can do off of Tunic. It's really not that bad. The only issue is, like, because they are so much faster now, this AB2 isn't really going to usually get there. That's why in my other list that you saw earlier in the stream is just a AB1, because it's there to respect the decks that present Arcane that aren't Kano, because we just died of Kano. Like, any good Kano is just gonna kill you. It's unfortunate, but it's life. So what happens when you play Guardian? So we're taking out the block cards for obvious reasons, and then Crush the Weak. It is the smallest attack. It's mainly there for the ninjas, as we already know. Mech, All-Star. This card's really good if you can line it up. Pummel or Cast Homes, right? Any of that. Very strong. Can easily, single-handedly win you like a max game, but we won without it earlier, so maybe this card is just a joke. Cards you take out: Chokeslam, Crush the Weak, and Weakest Link. This card doesn't really do a whole lot into those mechs. It can hit some items. Against Dash IO, this is really good. So I don't have a Dash IO button, I believe, but I would cut Zealous Belting for Weakest Link. Probably cut Rousey Ancients for Chokeslam. And everything else is fine. You could even consider cutting Pummel if you want to and playing the Crush the Weak, just to have a max density of 3 blocks. So a little bit of options there, but it's favored, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Mirror. Mirror is pretty simple. You take out Weakest Link, has no text, trounce. Pretty bad to try to clash with somebody who has the same cards as you. And then Crush the Weak, because obvious reasons. This has no text. It's 3 for 7, where you can just do a 2-card 8 anyway, because you have Chokeslams and Tunics and whatever, right? Ninja. This is where the tech shines. The Weakest Links and the Crush the Weaks. This is the reason we're playing these cards. One cheeky E-Strike, because I don't want to play Colossal Bearing. Again, if this was disable, it would be very easy to swap that out. So pretend this is disable. New. Okay, new. We played one of those earlier. I think it was only one. So I'm cutting Crush the Weak, as weird as that sounds. I want to have the Go Again cards. I value this card as the max disruption piece. I think it's the highest value. And then right now, I'm playing Weakest Link against them, just because they do have those Transcend cards. And if you can rip one of those out of there with like a Pummel, it's a pretty big game. But I think this is fine as a cut to play something like Spinal or Disable. I'm as good as this card sounds into them, it's not like amazing, because it's so easy to just like block out, right? So right now, I think this is fine. You want your Go Again cards. If I was playing Out Muscle, I would be playing that over these for sure. Prism. Okay, so Prism, I'm playing the 1AB because you need it. We're only on 1 hat. This is the other matchup where I would play Balance of Justice. Small Hammer and Shield. Just doing our thing. The way this matchup usually goes is that you're going to be hyper aggressive in the beginning. Popping their stuff, doing whatever. You are going to get them to a life total where they are forced to go off. They go off, they either combo you or you don't. If they don't combo you, which is likely, then you play 10 turns of very boring go to sleep Flesh and Blood, where you just clear all of their angels and their auras, and then you win the game. So that's it. That's Prism. Maybe they do some other stuff. They can do like a triple Celestial Cataclysm play or whatever, and do some other cheeky things. They have like attack reactions. There's more to it than like what I'm leading on, but most of the time they do their go off turn. You clean up the board, and then if you keep your life total high enough, you can't really lose. Riptide. So this is one where I normally wouldn't want to play Titan's Fist. I play Anathos, and I wouldn't play any Go Again. I just Anathos before. Unless I know that most of their traps that trigger off a buffed attack is gone. In this matchup, since I'm playing Titan's Fist, I will likely not attack with Titan's Fist very often. I will prioritize trying to keep cards to attack with, or if they present enough damage, I will just full block my hand. It's very common. I am at 63 cards for that reason, because we don't have the Anathos to just send back. Zealous Belting and Weakest Link. This only hits Rain Razors. That's literally it. Card not very good in this matchup. Zealous Belting, same reason. We're going 5. It gains Go Again, turns on the traps. Into 4, it gains power. It turns on their traps. Bad stuff. E-Strike. I know you're probably thinking, well, you E-Strike for 7. What the heck? No, you just E-Strike draw a card. most of the time, and then you get like an arsenal setup. Or you can set it with go again. Again, if you know like their traps that trigger off that stuff are unlikely to be in their hand. But all the block cards and Crush the Week is actually like pretty decent, just being a standard 3 for 7 vanilla. Okay, Azuri. So standard equipment setup. We are cutting Weakest Link. They don't really have cards that don't block, I don't believe. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Crush the Weak. Card is fine. If it crushes, then they can't like isolate into switch, right? But they're a very like mid-rangey deck anyway. They want to play off of 2-card hands. They're just going to block this, and then like the leak damage potential on this is bad. And same thing with Chokeslam, right? Like they're not really buffing their attacks. They're more so banking on being able to play an isolate into an attack to leak damage, and then they shred. They shred more often than not, so this card just doesn't have a lot of text most of the time. Zealous Belting, I believe, is just a little bit better, just presents some amount of value. I know it's a 2 block for the daggers, which is kind of bad, but like having the extra push I think is fine. Okay, so the last couple, let's talk about Warrior real quick. So Warrior is exactly the same actually as the board for Azuri. You were just not playing any of these cards that don't have text, and you play your block cards and you win the game. It's honestly pretty good. Pretty good matchup. Then set, so this is one where you are just kind of being defensive. You're playing like a mid-rangey plan, sending what you can. And eventually they usually lose to their own blood debt or getting like fatigued out of just stuff. Like they just run out of like actual playable turns. And it's pretty easy to just get there. It just takes a little time. Viscerai is a bad matchup. It is a bad matchup. This one, it's a bad matchup specifically if they are on, supposed to be Northern Boots. Oh no, it's not supposed to be Northern Boots. Yeah, it is supposed to be. Okay. This one is a bad matchup if they're doing combo, and I think that's the only way that you're really going to see Viscerais nowadays. If they're on the mid-rangey plan, it's like fine, which is why I have Test of Strength in here. And you can kind of like sort of try to hedge maybe that they're doing that. Like, I don't really want these cards. Like, this doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. If they're like, if they're mid-range, it's fine. And then Crush the Week doesn't do anything like half the time. You could play Crush the Week over the Test of Strength if you think I'm crazy for wanting to play Test of Strength. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Ask me questions. I'll go ahead and post this in the live stream decks on the Discord. Feel free to ask questions and message me and tell me if I'm crazy or not. And yeah. Let me know how it goes. If anybody sees tech, let me know too. So, fixing the Discord. Thank you guys for sticking around. I know. Hopefully the Victor content is still appreciated. I really like playing this deck, so I'm gonna keep playing it until somebody tells me otherwise. I think it's honestly not bad in this meta. So, like, not trying to oversell it. I know I have a little bit of bias, but I do think it's a fine deck. I think with the amount of Zens running around, this is one of the better decks to bring. Like, especially if KO is starting to go off a little bit. But if they hit Zen and KO comes back, this deck gets a little bit worse. But yeah, so again, appreciate you guys. If you need any card needs, go to magnoliagaming.com. They are doing pre-orders for the next set, or Zeta even, now at this point. Just message those guys. Use their affiliate links. You can do that. Dragon Shield is your best place for card protection. Get all kinds of sleeves, and then they can also do custom sleeves for you guys. And then fabric.gg for all of your resources, see what people are doing and see what tech that you can play, see how you deviate, and see if you can find something a little spicy to go. All right, guys. We'll see ya. Appreciate you again, and we will see you next week. Bye-bye.